Hi, and welcome to the Rebel Ballerina Show. Yeah, it's me, Lisa Loree. I just don't have my hair in a ponytail today. I'm giving it a rest. How about that? Happens sometimes, but it's still me. And I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a fabulous day, just working hard, and it's a lot of fun getting back into better shape. I feel so much better. I just recently had my appointment with my doctor and went over all of my blood work and all of that kind of stuff. And yeah, pretty happy with the results. And about 6 months ago, because I do my blood work every 6 months because she handles my hormone balancing. And she's always wanting to see if everything is working the way it's supposed to, what's showing up, and that sort of thing. And it's more than just the hormones, though, that she checks. And 6 months ago, my A1C number was not real good. Wasn't horrible, but it certainly was not real good. I was at 5.7. So technically, I was a diabetic. I mean, that's kind of crazy, but there it was. Looking at me, 5.7, not good. So, I've been on this journey with Jimmy because he has necessarily had to make huge changes because of the diabetes in him showing up as RA, rheumatoid arthritis, and very, very painful, very difficult to live with and deal with. And so he started this journey for himself. I've just been along for the ride. But what I have learned is astonishing. And to learn of my own numbers, and we've worn the monitors, the glucose monitors before, so I could see them happening, but to see my A1C number at 5.7, even after having done some changes in my eating, like going more keto, changing when I ate. I used to eat only at night because it was after being at the studio and I was thinking, I don't want to be so full and eat a large amount before going to the studio because that's a lot for the body to deal with then, right? And it makes you sluggish and all of that kind of stuff. So I finally found the sweet spot on that, and it's working. And now my A1C dropped to 5.4. It's still in a 5, which I'm not happy with. I want that puppy in a 4 something. But I'll take the drop of the 0.3 amount because that's definitely a step in the right direction. Now, this is going to sound really harsh. And so if you're not wanting to hear truth and you're not wanting to pay attention or to take responsibility for your own health, then go ahead and turn this off because I'll probably just piss you off right now. Because the fact is, I'm working my tail off. I'm dancing, I work out at the gym, and now I've gotten a little bit more, I want to say, consistent with my keto eating, and I'm still at 5.4. So if you haven't made any of those kind of changes, what is your number? I'm 5'4" and I weigh 105 pounds. Just saying, people think, wow, you're in great shape. Oh, wow, you look great. They tell me that all the time, and I appreciate it. And I've been working hard. Like I said, I've gotten a lot more tone, which is fantastic. I am definitely liking that in my own body. But I mean, I wasn't that far off a year ago. I still looked like I was in good shape. People still would say, wow, you look fantastic. But I was diabetic. So where does that leave you? I mean, let's face it, when 88% of the population is somewhere in prediabetes or diabetes, that is horrifying. Horrifying. And so I'm being very persistent about this and very blunt for a reason, because we're dying needlessly. I mean, yeah, I know everyone's going to die someday, but why let that happen because of all the lies we've been told and buying into stuff like sugar or, ooh, saturated fat's bad for you? No, it's not. This is actually what our bodies need. They told us that lie. And quite frankly, the most disgusting, horrifying pyramid scheme is that the government perpetrated on us with a food pyramid. That was a legalized pyramid scheme. And it has cost us a lot, not just in our health, but in real dollars. We're spending so much money on healthcare. Healthcare? What care? They don't care. All they care about is feeding their big fat pockets with our money because we're sick. That's what they care about. That's their version of healthcare. No, what we're really dealing with is sickness management. How sick can we keep the population so they don't die, at least not quickly? Therefore, they have to spend extraordinary amounts of money on our medication and on the system and on insurance and all of this. It's all part and parcel. And there are many things you can actually look at to go, oh, yeah, that's a big fat lie. That's the chapter of my book, The Big Fat Lie About Fat. Because I am mortified and horrified at where we are today in our health. Thankfully, there's a change happening. People are starting to wake up. I hope you're one of them. I hope that you're like, wow, yeah, that's bad. Or maybe you already knew that and you're going, yep. Yeah, because this stuff isn't hidden so well anymore. You really can find out what's going on if you look far enough. If you really look at what's happening. And there are lots of doctors now who also, like my own doctor, whom I'm going to have my doctor on this show, Dr. Blancett. I'm so excited. I'm going to have her on May 13th. So you need to show up for that live because she is phenomenal. And she has written her own book describing her own brush with death, actually, and how the medical establishment failed her. And she's a doctor. And she knew the right things to do. And then this whole thing changed her mind. It changed the way she's thinking. It's changed her practice. She got so tired of being told how she could manage her patients through insurance. She's like, no, this is what I need to do for them if I want to keep them healthy, because she's actually into health care and preventing illness. That's what she's about, actual doctoring. Like, let's not wait until you're sick. And see, and this is the thing. Here's some of the evidence that I'm talking about. When Jimmy started getting this RA stuff going on, like his feet were just on fire and he was having a struggle just to being able to walk, and it was like going up his legs, and it would just start out in different places. And I mean, he had so much inflammation going on and the nervous system was like freaking out. He did go to the doctor and he tested at, I think, 5.5 A1C, 5.6, zero, 5.0. And they said, no, you're good. Come back when you're worse. What?
Oh, I didn't know where you were going. Yeah, I was at 5.6 or 7.
Okay, that's what I thought. 5.6, and they said, no, come back when you're a little bit worse, and then we can put you on metformin. What kind of health care is that? If you're a real doctor and not wanting to just line your pockets with kickbacks from big pharma, you would say, holy crap, we need to get on this right now. Not, come back later when I can make more money off of you with this medication. Right? I mean, what the hell, folks? Let's just get serious.
How do you spell her name?
One T. Let's get serious about what's really going on, because this whole thing is to our demise. And finally, there's been a lot more talk about it. And I am helping with that. I want to help reach people. That's why I'm going to have a whole chapter about it in my own book. And that's why I talk about it here on my podcast, and I talk about it to people everywhere. and it's not just the diabetes. It's this notion that, well, you get old and you're just old. That's just what happens. I call bullshit on that. I really do. I've never been of a mind that, well, you're just going to get old and then you're just old. It's like, why? Why? And now there's actually a lot of evidence through the anti-aging or longevity kind of research that shows that we don't have to get old. And I am trying to help that along. And that I'm going to be 60 in just a few weeks. And I don't feel old. I don't think I look that age. Most people guess me at younger than that. I certainly don't act it. Why? What is acting old or acting my age going to prove? What is that going to prove? That I'm old. No, there's so much more to life until the day you die. And hopefully that's at a very ripe old age of 100 something. So if I live to 100 something, I'm only halfway there. And so, it's how you think and what you believe about these things, about being healthy and about age. And the fact is there is no thing that says, oh, well, you have to start aging now. No, if you actually keep taking care of yourself, you don't have to age. And it's not even about longevity so much as it is not aging. Like, why? Why do we have to? There's more and more evidence now that we don't. If you take care of your mitochondria, they will take care of you for a heck of a lot longer than you think. And so it's learning all of this stuff. It's been fascinating for the last 6 years, beginning to understand this stuff. So my producer and my boyfriend, I sprung it on him because I just started gabbing and brought up Dr. Blancett and how she's going to be here. He pulled up her book so you can see what I'm talking about. This is her book, and you can get it on Amazon. I highly recommend it. So many great, so much great information, and it's just been. She is just a fabulous, fabulous doctor. I've been with her since 2003, so a good long while, 23 years now, and I was around when she went through this whole thing with her own health, and it was pretty damn serious. Really, really, really serious. Read her book. It's amazing, the stuff that she can tell you just in this small book. And then if you're in the area, if you can become one of her patients, I highly, highly recommend that. She has this concierge practice now because she got so fed up with, and rightfully so, the whole insurance industry telling her how she could treat her patients. And if you've ever been to Dr. Blancett, you know she actually spends the time, which is novel in and of itself. What, a doctor sitting down, chatting with you, wanting to know what's going on in your life, wanting to hear about all the stuff going on, not just, your blood work and that's it. And here's your prescription. What are your symptoms? No, 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 no. She is extremely thorough. So I highly, highly recommend going to her practice. And she also trains other, I guess it's a whole movement now called functional medicine, which is fantastic. And it's a bunch of doctors who have already gone through med school. They are doctors, but now they're venturing into this realm of actually helping people be healthy. Not just, oh, you're sick? Well, in today's strategy for big pharma, big insurance, and the medical establishment, that strategy is, well, we'll mitigate your symptoms enough, just enough, to where you feel a little bit better, and yet you're getting sicker, because that's going to guarantee that we make more money. That's today's protocol. Unless you go to someone like Dr. Blancett and the doctors that she trains and others like her that are like, fuck that. I want my patients to actually be healthy and thriving and living. Like Dr. Blancett says, live long, live well. She says, live long, live well, and die fast. I like that. Because I also watched my mom suffer and fight for 5 years fighting against her cancer. That was a very long, grueling death. Why go through that if we don't have to? And we don't have to. That's the whole point. We don't have to. We don't have to be old. We don't have to. I mean, why? Why do we? Who says? Who says that because you're 60 now, you have to start to feel bad? I don't want to feel bad. I want to feel vibrant and happy and healthy and fun and moving and being able to get about. And I mean, hell, I get around better than some 30-year-olds these days. That's sad. I mean, it's great because I'm 60, gonna be soon. And so I am out here saying, look, you do not have to just settle for being old because you're a certain age. Why? There's a gal at the gym. Oh my gosh, this woman, fantastic. She's 90. And she comes in and she walks and she does her exercises. She works with a trainer. And I mean, she's got such a great attitude. I just love it. 90 years old, and she's walking around better than most 60-year-olds. It's really telling. So what's the difference? Why? I really believe a huge amount of the answer to that question is how you think. If you think you're old, well, you're right. If you don't think you're old, yeah, you're right. I think it was Henry Ford who actually said, if you believe you can or you believe you cannot, you're right. It's all in how we think. And the interconnectedness of the body, the physical entity that we live in, which is its own entity, by the way, and then the person living in that entity, that whole connection is so freaking amazing. Oh, hi, Megan. Super fun to see you. Woohoo! So glad you could join. Hope you're having a fantastic day. That's so much fun. Oh my goodness. So good. So good. So yeah, I mean, it's how we think that's going to produce the end result. That's going to produce what we're living and how we're living. So if you're complaining about stuff, oh, my body hurts and blah blah blah, and that might be legit, but if that's where you're going to put all of your energy, that's what you're going to have. If you're going to focus on it, that's what you're going to continue to have. I mean, obviously, take strides to work on whatever the issue might be, but don't let that turn into, oh, I'm just old. No, I take full on ballet. I'm dancing. I'm going to be dancing and speaking, and I'm so excited for the event coming up that I will be a part of. And no, I just had not an actual argument, but a sort of, well, just a discussion. There was another gal at the gym who was saying, well, bodies, because when we age and blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I don't agree. I'm defying that. I don't agree. And we talked about it a little bit more. She was like, if we take care of our bodies, especially to the mitochondria, and treat them correctly, give them what they need to produce the energy that gets us through every day, then there's really, I can't even remember. Oh, I should have looked up the research, but there is a particular doctor who's been looking into this, and it's like aging really doesn't have to happen. There is no flip of a switch that suddenly, oh, you've reached a certain age on paper, so therefore your cells are going to start to go into demise. It doesn't have to work like that. That's just a lie. That's just something that we've watched or we've assumed or we've been told that, oh, you're getting more feeble. I have a bar student because I have my own bar class, which is a real bar class, and that is BARRE. We do not mix drinks there, though sometimes we could have fun. But anyway, it is a bar class and it's based fully on ballet because I'm a ballerina. And if you're going to use that term bar, it had better be real ballet as the backbone of what you're doing. That's how I do it. That's not how everybody else does it, though, let me tell you. So just buyer beware. You need to know when you go to a bar class, it may not be what you think. So my bar class is ballet based, but it is a fitness class. It's not a ballet class. And I have a gal who's been with me for, God, 6 years? No, 8 years. 8 years. And she's always talking about some kind of fun thing that she's been able to do. Like her feet are more stretchy now. She has very flat feet, but now they have archiness to them and stuff. And she told of a situation where she was at a family gathering and all the seats were taken, and she went to sit on the floor. And they're all like, "Oh, no, you need a chair." She's like, "No, I'm fine. I can sit on the floor." And she's a little bit older than me chronologically. And she was like, "No, I'm fine." And they're all looking at her, and then, she sat down, she was fine. She got up, she was just fine. And everyone was like, "Whoa." And she's like, "Yeah, I do this all the time in bar class." I loved it. I loved it because there's no reason why it should be like, ugh, 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 trying to get off the floor. There's no need for that. Okay, so now let's cut to the real issue. It takes work. It takes work. It takes thinking correctly. It takes doing. It takes consistency. And that's a choice. So are you going to choose yourself? Or are you going to choose to do the things that you probably already know? Like, Dr. Blancett's book is super full of great information. Again, highly recommend. Get a copy, read it, highlight. She's going to have you write in a journal. I love it. And there's probably some information in there that you know. There's probably some that you didn't. And yes, we do have a lot more information at our fingertips now. I mean, goodness sakes, whoever thought that the thing that used to be tied to a wall with a cord is now this? But it's also a huge set of encyclopedias too. Thank goodness we don't have to carry those around, right? It's all in this little brick called a cell phone. Now, we have all the information in the entire world right here. So yeah, we can find stuff out. But what are you going to do with that? It still comes down to a choice. You can learn. I mean, heavens to Betsy, we've learned. Jimmy has helped me understand a whole new thing in life with this whole diabetes thing and the peril that we're all facing as a whole population. And that stuff I did not know. But what good is it to know that if I didn't start making those changes? If I didn't switch to intermittent fasting so that my body could actually handle processing what's already in there before I put in more. If I didn't change my eating window from night to, well, in about a few minutes, actually. And if I didn't switch to more keto and stick to that Monday through Friday, I call it comfy keto because I can ease up on that on the weekends and have a little more fun, so to speak. So it's not rigid, but these are some really great changes that I've made and watch my own numbers improving, right? I mean, it's a matter of doing, exercising. You know, another thing that was really, really hard for me, sleep, prioritizing sleep. That was a huge one for me. And I just had to finally just do it and just say, you know what? My poor body is worth it. This thing, this entity that works so hard for me, yours that works so hard for you, deserves that rest so that it can keep doing what it's supposed to do. So I've had to make some changes, and that's the whole point. If you're not willing to make the changes, well, you're choosing a slow, grueling death. Or you could make some changes and live very vibrantly and push that off until a whole decade or two or whatever later and enjoy so much of life and being here, which is pretty fascinating that any of us are here at all, really. So we should be just reveling in life and wanting to have the most and the best of it as possible. And that all starts in our own bodies, and it starts in how we think. Anyway, I mentioned that it's now my lunchtime and I am hungry, so I'm going to get going. Anyway, but please do join me on the 13th, May 13th, for my live interview with Dr. Blancett. She is amazing. Love her. And I just can't wait for her to tell you her story herself and give insight into how to actually be healthy and live long and live well and then die fast instead of because you're sick. So yes, there she is. I love it. Fascinating. She is a fantastic doctor. I absolutely trust her 100%. And well, 1,000% really. I know that she's not alone. Thankfully, there are more and more doctors like her. So if you're not in this area, seek someone out who's a functional practitioner, and you'll probably have um, a better way of keeping yourself healthy instead of health care, which is today's code for sickness management. That's really what's going on. It's not health care, it's sickness management. So they can continue to get filthy rich off of your illness. And, keeping you feeling just okay enough. That's pathetic. Go out and live boldly, brightly, and vibrantly. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining.